Boom. Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of our weekly call where we take all of your questions and answer them. Glenn answers everything that you have that you're struggling with in your life related to energy. So be it anxiety, depression. We have a couple here like PTSD, how to quiet your mind before sleep. So a range of different questions. We collect them throughout the week and we answer them every single Saturday. So if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below any questions that you want answered next Saturday, and Glenn will be happy to do so. So let's launch right into it. Glenn.
Hey, Dante, how you doing? Good to see you.
Happy to be here, Glenn. Happy to be here. We have the first question. Someone was asking about how do you deal with PTSD? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, that is a big subject. That is a major subject that I'm going to do a complete full video on. But let me give you the headlines on this. From an energetic point of view, from an energetic awareness, we know that when we go through intense emotional upsets or traumas, that these energies stick with us. So maybe some of you can remember, maybe I know I can't get beat up on the playground or having my teacher embarrass me, or liking a girl and having her stick her tongue out at me, things where you're like, hey, that didn't feel good, or even worse. Well, things like this, whether they're light or whether they're very heavy, these are energies that we encounter. And in the new science and technology of energy awareness training, we're learning how these things work. We didn't know, for example, that when we go through intense emotional upsets, that energy tends to stay with us. That energy connects itself to us and keeps wreaking havoc on a subtle level. Now, when you go through something like PTSD, whether it's war or whether it's some form of abuse or sexual abuse or heavy things like that, that it has such an impact on our energy field that energy is constantly expanding and trying to manifest itself. So if, for example, you see the soldiers coming back from the war, if you guys saw American Sniper, you can see that we're not meant to go through traumatic episodes, or our bodies aren't prepared for it. So what happens is when we get into any kind of trauma situation or upsetting situation, our bodies react as if we're threatened. And so, for example, if you're in the war and somebody's shooting at you, your body goes into a state called fight or flight. And what that is essentially is your body goes under intense stress and shuts down. It's like if you're on a Navy ship and they call battle stations, right? Everybody drops what they're doing and they're going to the guns. Well, that's what happens in your body when you're in a very stressful, life-threatening or traumatic situation. Your body shuts down and only the energies that are going to have you fight or run, flight, or freeze are going to be activated, because you're about to experience, or you are experiencing, an intense situation. This energy gloms onto us and it stays with us. And that's why people who've been in wars or in abuse situations 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago can remember it like it was yesterday and are still suffering from the effects of that. So, in energy awareness training, we don't prescribe or diagnose, and we don't do anything medicine. We're only working with the energy body. So energetically, what we do with people in those situations is we show them how to clear it as an energy. And I detail that in my courses, and I go specifically into how that works. It's too much to go through this thing right now, but all of us walking around are suffering from some form of mild PTSD, because all of us in our lives experience upset, intense sorrow, intense traumatic situations, and no one ever taught us how to deal with that. And those situations that are left incomplete will continue to wreak havoc. So what we do in energy awareness training, part of the training is learning to identify what the hidden energies are, what those hidden, what we call intense low vibration energies are, and neutralize them. You've heard the term self-sabotage. Well, when people do things that aren't good for them, and they know it's not good for them, but they do it anyway, that's a form of PTSD reoccurring, because you're in reaction to something that's happened to you. And in our work, and in your lives, you're either proactive or you're reactive. Proactive means the ability to move forward in spite of what's happening. Reactive is letting what's happened to you in the past shut you down. So this is a very important subject, but I hope I give you a little bit of insight on that. And if you want more information, please contact us, because we have courses on dealing with just that.
Awesome. Next question. What's your opinion on coffee? Is caffeine high vibrational? Is it low vibrational? What's your outlook on it?
Well, caffeine is a stimulant. And when you take a stimulant, the way stimulants go is it brings you up, and then what does it do? It brings you down. So I have a cup of coffee once a day, usually in the afternoons. Enjoy a nice latte or something. But I don't use it. A lot of people use it to wake up. I don't do that. A lot of people use it, to stay awake. I don't do that. Why? Because you get dependent upon it, and anything that you're depending upon outside of yourself to alter your consciousness or give you more energy or help you deal with inner stress or pain, eventually can become addictive. And we certainly know a lot of people who are addicted to coffee. I'm working with a student right now to get him off it, because he uses it, to get up, and he uses it for energy, and it's got a hold of him now. So I recommend that you be very careful with it. Like anything else, caffeine, alcohol, pot, etc. Anything that you're using to change your mood, to alter your mood, is very addicting. And of course, cigarette smoking, that's complete LVE from A to Z. There's nothing positive about cigarette smoking. It's complete LVE, gives you a rush, but it's addictive. So that's my take on caffeine. Be careful. Easy does it.
Perfect. Nellie asks, what to do about procrastination?
Well, procrastination is an energy. So if I say to you, if you guys are enjoying this video and you're learning and we're giving you some information, and then I say to you, let's put this off. Let's put this off. I think I'd rather go have a cup of coffee. Let's put this off for later. Do you get that energy? It's like, I don't want to deal with it right now, or I got something more important to do. So basically, procrastination is a low vibration energy that creates more of the same. So when I'm putting something off, that means I don't want to deal with it now. Saying, okay, I'll deal with it some other time. Well, when some other time comes, it's going to be now, and you're still not going to want to deal with it. So understand that in energy awareness training, you've heard me talk about there are hidden forces that are trying to control us, that are trying to pull us to its agenda. One energy wants us to go up and be the best we can be. Another energy wants to pull us down. So when we procrastinate, we're putting out the energy of resistance. I don't want to do it. I'll do it later. I don't like this. And that resistance creates more resistance. That procrastination creates more procrastination. So when there's something that needs to be done and you don't do it, recognize the energy that's telling you not to do it or to put it off is a low vibration energy, and it's not going to be any easier. In fact, it's going to be harder. The more you put something off, the less you want to do it. Hasn't it happened to you? Put something off, I'll do it on Tuesday. Tuesday comes, I'll do it on Thursday. Thursday comes, I'll do it on the weekend. Weekend comes, I'll do it on the first of the week. And every time you procrastinate, it gets heavier and harder to do until you get to the point where it's just so overwhelming, you don't even want to do it. And then it's not procrastination, it's avoidance. So be careful about that. Remember, what I teach my students, when that urge comes, immediately nuke it and go whatever you're putting off, take 5 minutes and put some effort into it. If I have to rearrange my schedule this week, okay, I got to spend some time doing that. But it's such a nice day. I'd like to have a cup of coffee or go get a juice somewhere like this. And now the LVE will say, well, just forget the scheduling. Let's go get the coffee or the juice. And after you go get that, you come back, it's going to be even harder for you to schedule. I don't want to schedule. So that's the LVE way of trying to sabotage you. What I teach and what I encourage you to do is when you get the thought of procrastination, take 5 minutes and go forward. So with my schedule, okay, I'd like to go get a juice, but I just schedule. Okay, tell you what, let me just spend 5 minutes doing my scheduling work, just 5. And after I do the 5, then I'll reward myself with the juice. So in other words, I'm going to get both done. 5 minutes, and the low vibration energy can't argue with 5 minutes. 5 minutes, come on, 5 minutes. It can say, oh, it's going to take a half hour, it's going to be an hour, you're going to be here all day. No, 5 minutes. And that's how you get over it. Now, when those 5 minutes are over, you're pretty much half done with it anyway. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to get it done. So that's the 5-minute rule. When you want to procrastinate, whatever you want to procrastinate on, just spend 5 minutes doing it. And then you can put it off. And that will help you tremendously.
Awesome. Z. Meyer asks, how to go with the flow and stop stressing?
Well, that's what energy awareness training is all about, teaching you. There's a whole methodology for me to show you, first of all, how to become energetically, because what's stress? Stress is low vibration energy. Remember I told you we've got a high vibration energy that wants to lift us up and the low vibration wants to take us down. And how they work is they're hidden energies inside us that are constantly trying to influence us. So when we're stressed, and we all have to deal with stress every single day in just a process of living, I recommend that you learn the exercises that we teach in energy awareness training. I teach a whole series of exercises for you on how to get rid of your stress. First thing in the morning, get rid of your stress. First thing in the morning, get your, you know how we wake up in the morning, hey, let's get the anxiety, stress, worry, fear, let's get that out. Let's neutralize that. And then let's go into a high vibratory field. So to answer the question specifically, by learning how to dissolve and release stress energy and tuning into high vibrational energy, you can eliminate your stress and walk around happy, joyous, and free. That doesn't mean you don't have to deal with stuff. Okay, that's the thing is, but you can deal with from a high vibratory place, from a place of power, from a place of strength, from a place of knowing that good things are going to happen. Instead of, oh, I'm stressed again, like this. Because whatever energy you're in is going to expand. So if you're just kind of trying to duke out, stress energy, the stress energy is going to win. If you're trying to get rid of it toe to toe, you got to learn, and this is why I started energy awareness training. You got to learn the specific ways to detach and unplug that low vibration energy or that stress energy. And it's something that needs to be done daily, every day. And if you do it every day, you're going to wind up feeling fantastic every day because you're energetically aware and you have the tools to overcome stress, negativity, low vibration energy, and move into the high vibration energy.
Amazing. Serenity says they're struggling with the times they violate their integrity and they're not consistent with themselves in what they say they're going to do in their word.
Who are they talking about?
Themselves. Her name is Serenity. She says that she's struggling with the times that she violates her integrity and she's not consistent with herself and what she says she's going to do.
Right. Okay. And what's her question?
I'm assuming that's all she gave me, but I'm assuming it's how do you get out of that? How do you remedy that situation?
Well, first of all, it's knowing that you're dealing with multiple personalities in here. You're dealing with multiple energies, let's say. You've got energies that want to go this way. You got energies that want to go this way. You got energies that want to, want to take the easy way out. You've got energies that want to do things right. So there's a constant tug of war inside of us. And and to make matters worse, there's a voice in our head that comes from a dark place and is always trying to criticize us or put us down or make us feel less than. So the energies are trying to control us. So when we violate our own standards, that means that we got a suggestion from the low vibration energy to take a shortcut or to do something would give us upfront gratification, but long-term pain. So for example, if I put off doing my term paper, all year long, that's going to give me a sense of pleasure up front because I don't have to deal with it right now. But what it's building long-term suffering, because when I do have to deal with it, it's going to be overwhelming. I'm not going to be able to do it. And then it could lead to negativity. So when we violate our own principles, we know we have standards of what we see ourselves to be, what we intend to be, and what we know we can be. And those standards require us to be at our best. And there's an energy that doesn't want us to be at our best. There's an energy that knows where we're weak. There's an energy that knows what our Achilles heel is and that can bribe us or tempt us to move out of the path of greatness or boundaries and to sell ourselves short. And the answer for serenity is understanding how you're made up, what the energies are inside you. So when you have these thoughts of I'm no good, or I've done it again, or I violated myself, okay, well, who are you talking to, right? And you got one part of you talking to the other part of yourself. That one part of you recognizes that you violated your standards and you're disapproving of yourself. So you've got this whole communication system going on inside you. You learn energy awareness training, and you learn to dissolve all that self-destruction energy. So and be able to move in high alignment in being your very best and in doing all the things that you know you're capable of doing. And this is a training. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's a training that you learn. You don't get a degree in a month or two going to school. But over time you do. Now, energy awareness training works. You start getting results the first week you start doing this. But again, it's taking a habit process that you've had your whole life and a lack of awareness of what's going on inside you energetically and becoming aware. And that takes a little effort to do that. But once you do that, you've solved some of the major problems you're going to have in life, which is our own inner destruction.
Perfect. And to add on to that, just like anything, like getting a great body, like you can't expect you're going to get a ripped six-pack if you're massively overweight, depending on how much pain, you have. Like I remember multiple times, going through level 1 after like our first session, I was like, I feel great. I'm healed. I'm amazing. Everything's perfect. And then boom, right? Yeah. You regress. I can't remember what the, like AA call it, a relapse, right? You have a relapse energetically. You smash the guitar in my case, you sprain your ankle, like you do various different things and you slide back. Maybe it's pick up cigarettes again. I know my friend, musician friend of mine, he was telling me on our way to a gig last night, he was saying, I quit smoking for a while, but then when I had this breakup, I just started smoking again. And he's been smoking ever since, like something like that. It's just on a daily basis, it makes me really, really like angry and frustrated because all these people I meet on a daily basis, they have all these problems and everything, and they just can't get rid of it because they don't even know. Like they're not even aware that it's not something on the surface. It goes much, much deeper.
That's a great example. That's a great example, Dante, about the thing, people, what we were talking about earlier about cigarettes. You do these things, whether you have a couple of cigarettes or smoke a joint, you have a glass of wine or, what beers, and it's no big deal until your life goes upside down, until you get hit with a major emotional upset. Then what tends to happen is people glam onto that. You said your friend started smoking again. Why? Because he had a breakup. What happened? Low vibration energy started surfacing. He started getting anxiety and stress and worry. And the low vibration energy says, well, you need cigarettes to calm this out. It's okay for you. You better start smoking, or you better have a glass of wine here, or you better smoke that joint, or you better, snort that blow, whatever it is. It tells you because you'll feel better. But see, if you're not aware, again, this is why I call this energy awareness training. We recognize that there's always two things happening. There's the physical action that we're doing, and there's the energetic direction that it's taking me in. So while this guy was, occasionally smoking or drinking his alcohol or whatever in a normal social situation that he could handle, it wasn't a problem. When he got stressed, because he was in the habit of connecting, lower my stress, drink or cigarettes, feel better, smoke cigarettes, drink, do drugs, whatever it is. When you go upside down, now you're gonna grab those cigarettes or those drugs because you're in the habit of making you feel better. So what we do in energy awareness training, we say, hey, learn all the things that you need in turn. You need to feel better. Let me show you how. Use your energy. You're going through a tough time. Use your energy. You're dealing with upsetting emotions. Use your energy. You want to advance your spiritual awareness. Use your energy. And people are so used to using things outside of themselves. Some people use different psychedelics to have spiritual experiences. And different drinks or different potions and formulas, and they go down to the Amazon to take this stuff. And they might get a little bit of a hit, but it becomes about that potion or that chemical or that substance. And all of that which we're seeking, awareness, spiritual growth, peace, harmony, inside health, we can all attain it with our energy. If you're energetically aware, you have the chemicals inside you in your body to make you feel fantastic at any time you want, and to neutralize the times when you don't feel fantastic. So it's like we said, everything is energy, and the solution to all our problems at its basic place is an energetic solution.
Beautiful. Next question. What is death?
What is death? Well, what we've come to know as death is the cessation of our physical body. So when that happens, our physical body, which is, one of the things we teach in energy awareness training, is everything that's physical in nature has a beginning and an end. So whatever it is, whether it's your house or whether it's your car or whether it's your body or whatever it is, it was created and it's a physical thing, and under the laws of physicality, it's created and it gets destroyed or it ceases. So that's what I think death is. However, our energies and our spirit, which are being housed in these bodies temporarily, they live on, they continue. Now, exactly how they continue, that's up for discussion. There are a lot of different opinions upon that, but our energies never die. So the physical body dies. So to answer that question it's a cessation of your physical, being able to use your physical body to operate in life.
What's your as a side point tying into that, what is your opinion on what happens after death? What do you feel after? Because you have tons of wisdom. You've worked with many spiritual teachers. You've been in the self-help industry for many years. You've been coaching for many years. What have you learned? Like, what is your outlook on
that? That's a good question. And would we have the answer? There's a lot of, in my research that I have done on this, some people report who've had near-death experiences or have actually died have reported they see loved ones again, have reported that that you move into an energy of overwhelming unconditional love, that your energy, it's like a drop of ocean goes back into the ocean and becomes one. So what happens is some form of energetic connection. We don't know exactly because no one's ever come back and told us. I should say that people have come back and told us. So there's a variety of decisions. If you're religious, some people say you see Jesus, or you see Mohammed, or you see Moses, or the Buddha, But I'm still evolving into that. And as the more you attune to your energy and you become more of an energetic being, the more at peace you become. See, one of our greatest fears in life is the fear of dying. Everybody's got that. The fear of dying, where, at our basic level, we want to survive. Well, it's the body that wants to survive. But our souls, when we're one with our souls, and what I've learned from my teacher is that when you're really connected to that unlimited energy, when there's a certain amount of advanced consciousness, the advanced teachers, gurus, masters, they can't wait to leave the body. They feel like being in the body is like being in a cage, and they're connected to their infinite nature. Well, you can connect to your infinite nature right now. We show you how to do that in energy awareness training, so you can get a sense of what it is to be in spirit, in energy, and to be able to move out of the body and have your energy be everywhere present. We do that more in our advanced classes, but when you start hanging out in the upper dimensions of energy, you're not afraid of death. You just go, hey, you recognize I'm here visiting, like everybody else is. We come here and we're going to leave here, and we hope to enjoy this experience as much as we can, and we want to do that. So we want to have this experience of being on planet Earth in high vibrational energy. That's the awakening, to recognize that we're in an energetic planet, and we're either going to move through this world in one of two energies: in the low vibration energy, anger, worry, stress, fear, self-doubt, pain, victim suffering, or we're going to move through this world in high vibration energy, in joy and happiness, fully present, loving, being loved, contributing, helping others. And there's a tug of war going on between those two energies for our attention. And the low vibration energies come and approach us every day. We don't have to do anything for that. They come looking for us. But if we want to move into a higher dimension, then we have to do something about that. We have to take action. We have to train. Just like you mentioned, being in shape. If you don't want to be in shape, there's nothing you have to do to be out of shape. Just lay on the couch all day long, eat Fritos, and you'll succeed. But if you want to be in shape, then you have to have a plan, you have to have a schedule, and you have to have an activity that will bring you every day closer to your goal, which is a high vibration energy goal. So again, the answer to all these questions at its fundamental nature is energetic, being energetically aware of the processes and what's happening inside your body.
Epic. Question on sexual energy. How much time should you go without ejaculating?
This is another subject that has multiple views on it. So understand that your sex energy is your life force. The sex energy is literally your life force energy. And it's okay to have a great sex energy. In fact, the people who create great things in our world were known for having, big sex drives, big sex energies. But what you do with that sex energy is of the ultimate importance. If somebody is horny all the time and they're constantly shooting their sex energy off, through different sexual outlets just to be able to gratify that energy, that's going to become self-destructive. And that's why people are
so something like porn, right?
that's why people are addicted to porn, masturbation, and that's also an energy that makes you feel good at the time, but it has energetic ramifications and it's highly addicting. So in energy awareness training, we teach you to preserve that energy and redirect it or transmute it for your career, for your athletics, for your artistic endeavors. And that energy of focus is the most powerful energy inside a human being. But what a shame it is if you just waste it. If you're just wasting it and you're just getting immediate gratification, from whatever sexual outlet you're getting that for. That's low vibration energy. So some people can go months without ejaculating. Some people can't go 2 weeks without it. So I leave it up to the individual. Normal practitioner would say, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you're in a relationship, that's a different thing. The sex energy, when it's given to your beloved, increases your high vibrational energy. If you're making love in high vibration energy, if you're I don't want to say the word, but if you're, using the F word and you're just, getting off and having, cheap, gratuitous sex, that's not high vibration energy. That's going to deplete you. When people are looking for, I got this urge, I got to scratch it, I got to get off, I'm looking for an outlet here. It's low vibration energy. You're looking to take something or you're looking to scratch an itch. Whereas in high vibration energy, we're looking to give. Remember, high vibration energy is always giving, sharing, service. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but in a high vibration energy lovemaking session, when it's done, you feel fantastic. That's why? Because high vibration energy attracts more high vibration energy. But if you ever notice, if you have a one night stand or you pleasure yourself to porn and stuff, after you get the initial hit, there's a big letdown. And that's low vibration energy. That's how you know it's low vibration energy, because you don't feel good about it. You got your ounce of pleasure, but now it's got a pound of guilt, shame, suffering. Who needs that? So now, how do you do that? This is what we go over in energy awareness training. It's not something that you can just, okay, I'm just going to flip the switch on. You have to become energetically aware and recognize what the energies are. Because especially if you're a young man, the sex energy is constantly going, come on. It's like this motor inside you that fills you're thinking about it night and day, et cetera. And if you don't know how to deal with that energy is going to lead you in some very painful moments, as we've all experienced by listening to that. But it's not necessary if you take that, whatever it is, sexuality, health, money, relationships, they're all neutral energies. You're either going to take them in low vibration or high vibration energy. If you take it in high vibration energy, it's going to continue and it's going to feel good. And it's going to be long-term happiness. If you take it in the low vibration energy, you're going to get upfront pleasure and long-term pain, long-term suffering, or long-term guilt. Who wants that?
Yeah, amazing. And nobody.
Right.
The part in energy awareness training, the awareness part, like that is so crucial. Like, it's the difference between being conscious and unconscious. Like, take when I smashed that guitar, it was not being aware of, okay, what is this activity from an energetic standpoint? What is drinking from an energetic standpoint? Well, it's lowering your consciousness, so then you can feel, have less inhibition, so you can maybe socialize, which is something that you could do naturally by putting yourself in a great state, by moving the energy, something that you teach. Like, the awareness part of it and understanding the quality behind everything, like, it's just amazing. Like, it's amazing this isn't taught. Sorry about that. I had a phone call, my bad. It's amazing this isn't taught in like schools and colleges. It's
One
almost,
day it will be. You know,
Yeah, well, we're working on
if we do our
that.
work and get this out there. So this is a prime example. You know, Dante is a new student to energy awareness training, and he's helping me get the word out. So you know, he's in the process of learning. You know, he's gone through that. And by the way, we teach energy awareness training through a variety of methods for people who are really committed. I do one-on-one premium coaching that's available. We have online modules. We have 10 levels of energy awareness training from subjects ranging from A to Z. So there's a lot of ways to learn. But so what happens is you begin learning this, you begin cleaning yourself of all the low vibration energy that you've had since you were, you know, since you've had it. All right, whether it's, you know, from teenage, adolescence, childhood, in the womb, before the womb, ancestors, past lives, you know, relatives, etc. Whatever it is, or whatever the viewpoint is, this isn't our first go around. So a lot of times this energy has a hold on us. So when we get angry, I think you were dealing with a situation that was an ongoing thing, and it just it has a power over you. So when you get what's the word I'm looking for, ignited, or when you get stimulated, or anyway, when you get ignited, for example, if you've got anger that hasn't been properly disconnected and released, it's gonna set you off. And I think that's what happened to you. You know, you got into a situation that was overwhelming, and that low vibration energy overwhelmed you and had you do something that was even more low vibration energy, break your guitar, you know? So you see, low vibration energy attracts more low vibration energy. So this is why in our work, we teach you how to get out of the grasp of low vibration energy, to be able to see it coming before it's right on top of you. And when you do that, then you're more in control. It's all about being able to be proactive and be in control of your energy, as opposed to having your energy control you.
Well said, well said. Next question. Does the average of the 5 people you hang out with apply to energy and vibration?
I think we've all heard that. We're the 5 people that we hang out, we're in their energy. So don't forget, we're energetic sending and receiving vehicles. So the people that we hang out with, we feel their energy. They feel our energy. Now, we all have low vibration energy friends, you know, people that mean well, have a good heart, but, you know, maybe they're slacking off in life, or maybe they're, you know, taking a drugs or alcohol thing, or maybe, you know, they're pissed off about their life, and you guys know where they are. Well, I keep those people. I still am friendly with them, but I don't hang around that energy, because that energy is contagious. You know, if I have a white shirt on and all I have to do is have one little speck of dirt right here, just one little speck of dirt, the whole shirt's dirty. Can't wear it. One little speck of dirt, there, just can't wear it. So you have to be careful who you hang out with, and it's better not to hang out with anybody than to hang out with low vibration energy people. But the good news is, the more high vibration energy you get, the more kind, the more loving, the more you're of service to people, the more you look on how you can help, the better human being you become, the more high vibration energy you radiate, and that's going to attract more high vibration energy people.
Awesome. Struggling with being patient. What would you tell someone who's struggling with being patient and trying to, you know, they feel like they need to rush things. They have to get the money. They have to get the girls. They have to get the success.
Well, there's an energy that's causing. So what's another definition of of being impatient? Stress, anxiety, self-attack, self-condemnation, right? So when you got to get the girl, you got to get the, what is that? What kind of energy? It's low vibration energy. I'm not at peace. I'm stressed that I might not get it. I got to get it, like this. And that energy will prevent you from getting what you want. not give you what you want. It'll prevent you from getting what you want, especially in, if you have a girl you want to meet, for example, and you're, oh, I gotta get this girl, I gotta get this girl, and you got all this talk in your head, and you got all this stress and anxiety. By the time you go up and introduce yourself to her, you're like, hi, right? And she's like, bye-bye, right? That the fear, that low vibration energy creates what? More stress, more anxiety, more worry. So it's really a part of being able to identify what the energies are and stay clear of them. And again, it's awareness, it's about training, but you can control it. You can control this energy. And to anybody out there who's struggling from anxiety, from stress, from negative thinking, anybody who's just got tons of negative thoughts going on, it's not you, it's an energy, and you can disconnect that energy. And that's why we do this work.
Yes, 100%. Touching on that, I think I want to point something out that maybe people might have a concern with. When you mention peace, that's the way you're seeing peace, and I'm asking you, is the complete opposite of complacency and being lazy. Like it's peace, but it's taking lots of action and moving toward what you want. Correct?
Yes. When I'm talking about high vibration energy peace, I'm talking about being at peace, feeling good, being calm, being in the flow. And that's the state you're going to be in if you want to create more high vibration energy. That's the state you got to get. You need to be in if you're going to create something, or you're going to do some kind of job. So it's all proactive. So peace doesn't mean, sleeping all day or, being lethargic or being lazy. No, that's low vibration energy. That's not peace. That people who do those things are in avoidance. People who sleep all day are in avoidance. People who won't work or support themselves, they're in avoidance. Okay. And we started the broadcast by talking about procrastination and avoidance. What are you avoiding? The energy say, oh, it's too much work to get a job. Oh, I'd rather live under the freeway. I'm like, okay, that's an energy that's having an effect on you. And if you don't recognize that it's influencing your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and behaviors, you're going to get stuck in that loop, stuck in that rut, and keep going down, 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 down. So this is why it's so important to be aware.
Perfect. What is enlightenment?
Well, for me, it's to be able to come from a place of light. And that's another word for high vibrational energy or the creator presence. Light. What does light mean? Light is happy. Light is easy. Light is flow. Light is abundance. When somebody says lighten up, which means, hey, take it easy, enjoy, be in presence. That's the first part of enlightenment. When I talk about lightening up, enlightenment means lightening up and being able to move in a high vibrational energy. Now, some people talk about it as this mystical, transcendent state of, where you ascend to the 10th ring of consciousness, etc. I don't know about that. I've studied that, but what I do know is this, that if you're in a high vibratory state all the time, you're close to enlightenment. That means if you've done the work and you've cleaned yourself of all the low vibration energy history that you've had, the traumas, the bad energy, the upsets, and you're moving in a high vibration energy frequency, you're moving in a very elevated, I like to call it an aware, or becoming an awakened or aware or conscious. And the higher you move into that state, the better you feel. The more loving you are, the more good things happen. It's like life takes on an energy of its own that just things start to work out for you because it's high vibration energy. And that's what we want. So my answer is it's another form of awakening to who you really are, to awakening energetically. You awaken energetically, you're going to take some real important and strong steps towards enlightenment.
All right. Next question. Trouble quieting the mind before bed.
Yeah, well, it's trouble quieting the mind anytime. Before bed, when you're in the middle of the night, when you get up, everywhere, the mind's constantly chattering. And see, that mind, people call it the monkey mind, call it the ego mind. I call it the terrorist in your head. That energy can be subdued, but not easily, because it wants to control you. That's why we have regular exercises that we do in the morning and before bed to be able to dissolve and neutralize those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, and that negative self-talk. Because if you don't control it, it's going to control you. So you've got to do something. I have so many methods to be able to disconnect that voice. And maybe on one of these broadcasts, I'll show you a couple of them. But that's how you do it. You don't do it by thought. See, you don't fight thoughts with thoughts, because it's like a Mexican standoff. You're no good. Yes, I am. You're not worthy. Yes, I am. You'll never do it. Yes, I will. You know, you're just playing tennis with your head. Your head's the ball going back and forth. We have a saying in energy awareness training that goes like this: nothing changes until energy moves. So if you want to get rid of that monkey mind, those negative thought patterns, that terrorist in your head, you've got to move that energy out. You've got to move it out of your head and move it to another location, and then open up your energy. And I have a couple of videos on our YouTube channel that show you how to do that.
Perfect. Just someone commented that she just had surgery, and she wants to know if there's a way to use the energy work to alleviate physical pain. And I know you made a video a while ago talking about how you had and in your course as well, how you had your appendix removed, and you used, putting yourself in high vibrational energy, a state of high vibrational energy, to kind of disassociate, and obviously the pain didn't go away, but your relationship with it was different. Would you mind sharing how someone might be able to do that, and your take on that?
Sure. Well, one of the things that you learn in energy awareness training is that you're not your thoughts. Even though you have thoughts, your thoughts don't define you. You have emotions. You're not the emotions. You have emotions, but they come and go. You're not your behaviors, and you're not your drama. You're certainly not your body, even though you have a body. This is a different way of looking at things. And I know some people might go, well, how does that work? Well, again, I go into explanations in the course, but suffice it to say is, when I was recovering from my surgery, I knew energetically that I am an energetic being inhabiting this physical body. So the physical body has its own agenda. It has its own way of doing things, and I don't have to go along with it. So just because the body's hungry, I don't have to drop what I'm doing and go run and shove something in my mouth. I can continue what I'm doing and then eat at the appropriate time. Just because you're horny, you don't have to drop what you're doing and go relieve yourself somewhere, right? You control the body's mechanisms. And when the body controls you, you're going to be in trouble, because the body is insatiable to feed me, rest me, gratify me, just like a little kid. You got to learn how to take control of that body and take control of that energy. But the first thing that I'd say that you could do right now is, wherever you're recovering from, like, for example, if you have a sore leg, God forbid, a broken leg or arm or a heart that's recovering something, close your eyes and just send love and send approval energy to that. That will help you heal and recover faster. I did an experiment with plants in one of my advanced classes. We took two little plants and we watered them every day, but one of them, we sent loving energy. We sent loving energy, happy energy, and talk to it. The other one we didn't. We didn't even interact with it at all. And after 6 weeks, you could clearly see that the energy, that the plant that we were energizing, that we're sending high vibration energy, was strong, and it was moving up, and it was a very healthy plant. The plant that we didn't have anything to do with grew, but it was kind of tilted, kind of sideways. The leaves were kind of, drooping, etc. So energy is very powerful. So where you direct your energy expands. So for that lady, I say, hey, whatever your condition is, send your whole body love and approval. Just say, I love you. I approve of you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here for me. Because your body's an intelligence, and it hears. See, it hears all the negative. It hears all the, here we go again. Oh my God, my thing. It hears all the disapproval. We all disapprove of ourselves naturally. Something's not right. Here we go again. Or, I had a wrist injury once, and I'm going, dang it, my wrist. This dang thing won't work. When's this thing going to heal? I was like at odds with it. Well, that's low vibration energy. Low vibration energy isn't going to heal it. So I shifted it, and I just said, hey, wrist, as crazy as it sounds, I just directed loving, kind, healing energy to my wrist every day. And in doing that, I noticed the difference. I noticed it heals faster. So we show you how to do this, how to send energy. We have different healing energetic methods that we show you. Lots of stuff waiting for you in the courses. So, but I hope that this answers your question.
Absolutely. And last question. We have someone who is looking for more clients. So from a business perspective and related to energy, how do you find more clients?
Okay. How do you find more clients? So let's look at that word. I don't know what their exact situation is, but if there's any kind of lack, if there's any kind of, I need more clients, I got to make more money, I got to do. Okay, notice the energy. Remember, what you're learning from me, hopefully, is the solutions are all energetic. We read the energies first before we listen to any details. So I'm noticing that there's a possibility that there could be a neediness, a wanting, a lacking. I don't have, I need more. Okay, well, that energy is going to create more lack. Right? Low vibration energy attracts more low vibration energy. You heard me say it 100 times. Lack, limitation, neediness, fear, poverty, all of those things, low vibration energy. So what you create, and you guys, if you're going to write something down, write this down. You create what you vibrate. You create what you vibrate. So if you're vibrating fear, worry, lack, limitation, you're going to create more of that. That's why you've heard the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why is that? Because the poor are trying to get money. I got to get it. I don't have enough. How can I make some? There's this panic energy, which brings more lack. Whereas the rich people go, oh, I'm used to making more money. How do I make more? Money, it's easy to make money. They have a viewpoints of it's easy to make money. It's easy to, all I need to do is provide more service for people, help more people, and I make more money. So it's in your energy. So I would, for this woman, or man, I would let go of any fear, worry, lack energy and move into what I want, which is moving into a vibration of abundance. Moving up a vibration of creating the way you want it to be in your head. So how about vibrating? I have plenty of clients. I do a great service. People love what I do. People are talking about what I do. I get referrals, and my client roster is full. And I feel great about it. And then take a breath and just move into a feeling of having, that it's already done. That you already can feel, so you can feel good about the stuff you want to do right now. You want to quit smoking? You can feel good about quitting smoking right now. and allow that to continue you being a non-smoker. You want to lose, 25 pounds? Great. You can feel that feeling of what it would be like to walk around with 25 pounds less of fat on you. You can enjoy that right now and create an energetic momentum and direction where you'll start doing the thoughts, the emotions, and the behaviors that will lead to that taking place. So again, it all starts energetically, Dante.
Beautiful, Glenn. And where can people go if they are liking the content, they're enjoying these answers, they're like, okay, wow, this makes sense. Where would they go to take it to the next level?
Check me out at Energy Awareness Secrets. Energy Awareness Secrets. This is a new site that we made for people who really want to get some more information. I put together a couple of very inexpensive training courses to give you guys more meat on how this works. So Energy Awareness Secrets. There's a video there where I explain more of what's going on. Check it out. EnergyAwarenessSecrets.com. We're also on YouTube. We have a video channel, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. So you guys reach out. I'd love to talk to you, and love to give you more information about what we do, either from me or from one of my staff.
Awesome. Thank you, Glenn, for sharing your time and energy with all of us.
Thank you, Dante. I appreciate it. You take care. Bye for now.